This is the Geekery Update with Alan and Brian. I am Brian.
I'm Alan. They're going to be doing a Chip and Dale live action show for Disney Plus. The joke is that they would get like Tom Selleck and Harrison Ford because like Chip and Dale were characters before, like in the '60s and stuff. They had like Donald Duck shorts, and Chip and Dale would just be these little chipmunks that would mess with it, you know. But in the '90s, I think it was the '90s. It might have been the late '80s when they actually did the Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers cartoon. They
Chip and Dale
Rescue Rangers when in danger. But they give him clothes, and so Dale, they gave him the Hawaiian shirt that Tom Selleck wears on Magnum PI, and then they give Chip, they give him the coat with the fur around the collar and stuff that Harrison and a hat that Harrison Ford wears as Indiana Jones. And I mean, it was an unwritten thing. It was like they're basically these characters because the Rescue Rangers, you know, they're supposed to be, well, they're detectives, but it's like an action thing. So like, what better action heroes of the '80s than Indiana Jones and Magnum PI? So the joke would be, Tom Selleck and Harrison Ford, they could, if they're doing live action, they could play them, even though they're both 90 years old. But CGI, whatever. But I guess the thought on this would be, if they're doing a live action, they would do like the CGI like they did for like the Lion King, live action Lion King, where they made them look like actual lions, actual animals. So they would look like our I guess the technology that they have now, what they did with Lion King, but like let's say the Alvin and the Chipmunks live action movies.
Yes.
It was about 10 years ago, so now, but they made it where Alvin and the Chipmunks, they were proportionate as an actual chipmunk to Jason Lee's whatever the character was he played. Dave. Yeah, Dave.
Yeah.
The proportionate to him were like in the actual cartoon of Alvin and the Chipmunks, they were like the size of children. And so in the Alvin and Chipmunks movies, they made them like actual size of chipmunks. But anyway, so yeah, the Chip and Dale live action show. It's a show for Disney Plus.
Right.
I would imagine that they would use the same technology, since it is Disney, the same technology they did for Lion King and Jungle Book, where they would look like actual chipmunks, and maybe they would put clothes on them, put the Hawaiian shirt and the jacket on. And of course, they wouldn't use the voices for Tom Selleck and Harrison Ford. That would just sound really weird. But they would do the whole, they would probably sound just like they did in the cartoon. And then of course they would add the other characters. They had the Monty, like Monterey Jack Mouse, where his big thing was he loved cheese. And every time there was cheese, you would see the scent of the cheese, and like it would pick him up and he would float.
Every time I saw it, I was like, no, something bad.
It would always get him trapped into something. But yeah, he had a big mustache, and I want to say he was like a John Candy kind of character. Like that's kind of who he made, because he was big. I mean, that was, I think, his thing. It was a little less politically correct to say somebody who was fat liked to eat. And now if you do that, it could be a little offensive. I mean, it was offensive.
It could be tricky.
It was offensive then, but like now people are becoming aware of this, or
it's
more vocal
cancel culture, etc.
Yeah, like in Star Wars, there was in A New Hope, all the X-wing pilots, when they're going to go and destroy the Death Star, and one of the X-wing pilots, he was a larger guy, and his name was Perkins. They actually made an action figure of him too. His name was Perkins. It's like you can't get away with that now.
No.
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 Uh,
No.
Anyway, and then there was Gadget. She was a female mouse, and she that was her thing. She came up with gadgets.
She was the smart one.
Yeah, and like I remember, like she would have like to climb the side of something. She had like suction cups, and they had a fly. His name was Zipper. That would be cool to see in live action. See how they would tackle that. And then their villain was Fat Cat, which was a play on words because a fat cat is metaphor for somebody who's rich, and they're very arrogant about it. And so that's what Fat Cat was. He was right, and then he had all these different animals as his goons. Like I think there was like a snake and stuff. So this would be cool to see how they would do this in live action.
Right. It would be awesome. I loved the TV show, man. It was hysterical. It was. Oh yeah. I mean, it's on Disney Plus, and I've watched a few episodes.
Is on Disney Plus.
It's very nostalgic to watch. It's like I said, chip and down.
And the theme song is so catchy. I have it on my playlist.
Oh, it totally is.
So here,
sorry, I have the Pokemon theme.
There you go. Gotta catch them all. You teach me and I'll teach you.
Pokemon.
Gotta catch them all. WDWNT.com says live action Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers film. Okay, so it's not a show. I've had a film to premiere on Disney Plus. The film will combine live action with CGI and is set to begin filming next spring. Here's another one from InsideTheMagic.net. The movie has been written by the writing team behind the hit show How I Met Your Mother, which is a great show. I love that show. Dan Greger and Doug Mann. That's the writers. And is being directed by Akiva Schaffer of The Lonely Island fame. So Lonely Island, Andy Samberg, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Saturday Night Live. That's his music project, Lonely Island.
Yeah, they have that song where it's. Yeah, we're gonna leave that one alone.